going to be doing a video tutorial for Autodesk Revit. My background in particular, not to make it too long, is plumbing, design, and engineering. And I've been using the last few years Revit in particular to do design and coordination. So the tutorials will be specifically related to the things in the field that I work on. I've seen a lot of tutorials on YouTube for all the basic stuff. So if you don't know Revit, I would suggest you go to the beginners tutorials that they have on YouTube for Revit. This is more of somebody that has some basic knowledge of Revit and how it works. Now again, this one is specifically in relation to plumbing design. There's a lot of them, a lot of video tutorials for HVAC and electrical work, architectural as well as structural. But I have not seen, and I've searched too many videos that pertain to plumbing design engineering. So with that said, again, my name is Victor, and we'll start with Autodesk Revit. This version is 2017. They have made many improvements on it. So we'll start with the basics. Start with a mechanical template, which has the basic stuff for what we will be doing. Before we start, like I said, it's specific to plumbing. We have to import the plumbing fittings that we will be using. So we'll go to the Insert tab up here, Load Family. Under your Looking section here, there's different folders, and there's one Imperial folder. If you use metric and you've installed the metric libraries, it will show up here as well. So I go to Imperial, Pipe, Fittings, PVC, Schedule 40, Socket Type. We will import these ones first. And that subfolder that we looked in, or that we were looking at before we went one more time, which is this one, we will bring in everything that is in this folder as well. So you select the top one, the bottom one, we'll select in Shift, and then we'll list it on the file names. You press Open, and we'll load all of them. This will take a little time, but it's a good way to start your projects. Also, keep in mind once you've loaded this families, they will be showing up under your project browser, down under families, and you will see one that says pipe fittings, and that's where everything was loaded in. We have the standards or the generic fittings that come with Revit, but these one are more specific to plumbing design, sanitary, storm, venting systems. Okay, so now we do have three other pipe categories under the families. One of them is the pipe system, which is specifically pipe system, domestic cold water, hot water. All these other ones that we don't use, or I don't typically use, unless it's just fire, just for general purposes. But we have sanitary vent, and we'll probably add on storm overflow, gas, hot water return, to mention a few. We won't do it in this video, but just keep in mind that that's one thing we will need to do. The other thing is we have pipes. Under the pipe types, we have chill water and the standard. We don't typically use the standard because, again, it uses standard fittings. So what we're going to do is going to duplicate this pipe type. We're going to right-click, do a rename, or F2 if you're familiar with this command. Rename it to start with. We'll do a basic PVC pipe type. We'll right-click in again, Pipe Properties. Under the Pipe Type Properties for the pipe type, we'll go under Routing Preferences, Edit, and this is where basically where we'll specify what kind of fittings we want to use, or which fittings we want to use for Pipe segments, we will use polyvinyl chloride rigid schedule 40, which is PVC. The type of elbows, there's a variety of them, and each one has specific purpose. We will go with the basic standard bend, PVC schedule 40. The type of junction types, we will use T's. And the type of T we're going to use is, I like to use Y combination with 8 bends. And I'll have a sample of it once we start drawing some basic stuff. And that's what we'll be using. Under the cross, we'll also use Y combination with 8 bend. Transitions, we'll use reducer PVC schedule 40. Unions, we'll do couplings. And flange, no. Caps, generic, we will actually use a PVC schedule 40 cap. Now this section here it basically stipulates what pipe sizes we'll be using this configuration. We'll use from 1 inch to 12 inches. There is a way to add up to whatever pipe size you use. I've used up to 16 inches, so we can make it way larger than what is here. But for our specific purpose and in this video tutorial, we'll just go with the basics, not make it too complicated. Once you have this done, you press OK. OK. So now we've already configured our pipe, basic PVC pipe type. Now what we will do now is just do a sample of the pipes systems. Now keep in mind right now I'm just drawing a standard pipe type, and this is how it's gonna look. Actually, I'm gonna change the video, the resolution to fine, the detail level. Okay, there we go. So if we go with a standard pipe, that's how pipes will look. And to notice the difference, we will do now one with the PVC pipe that we configured. And you will notice the difference on the fittings themselves. Now, we did have specific type fittings for teeth. So if we connect to anywhere here, we can either, before selecting, we inherit elevations, or if you press the tab, it will basically do the same thing. It will inherit the elevation on which the pipe you're connecting to it is at. You can do it that way. You'll notice it does. That's basically Y with an 8th bend. That's the typical configuration for a sanitary system. There is another fitting type that you can change this to by selecting the fitting, and there's the T. It basically looks like that, but I prefer this one. So this is basically what we've configured. When we do a 3D view, you'll notice that everything's single line, so you need to just change your detail level to fine, and you will notice the difference. Now, to rotate, you can use your scroll wheel button in combination with pressing the Shift key, and you will notice that you can just rotate the objects. If you select a specific object, it will rotate based on that object as a center point. Same thing if I do this one, see? Okay, so then you can change the detail level, shaded, realistic, and so on. So that's basically what happened. You can also, under systems, pipes, change the elevation, let's say 12, 14. You will notice how it added it there. So this is one basic configuration of how I would normally set up a drawing before I even bring any backgrounds, before setting anything else up. After this, I would have to create 3 or 4 different PVC types. One that uses this 8th bend, one that uses just a regular T, and one that uses the other type of fitting. One other thing, if we do this one right here, notice that. Now we mentioned that we can do a double T. So that's what it means by a double T. Let's change this to 12. And this one to 12 as well. Now we'll go back to this one and you'll notice the fittings, how they get drawn. So this is the first video. If there's anything in particular that you're looking for, like I said, I'm gonna be posting these things probably once a week of some of the things that I've kind of figured out and researched online, and I wanted to make a video blog of all of these things, specifically for engineering and design. So we'll be updating later on more videos. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if there's anything in particular that you're looking for. If I don't know it, probably research it, and if we don't find it, maybe we'll find somebody else that has done it and maybe post a link to that one. Thank you very much.